Hello, hello. Welcome to Happy Productive episode number 31. I'm Jennifer Dawn, a business coach and founder of The Best Planner Ever. The Happy Productive podcast is your go-to resource for learning how to bring awareness into your productivity, goals, and time management practices so you can set yourself up each and every day for as much love and joy and happiness as you can possibly handle. Today, we're going to be talking about abundance, and I'm thinking that I'm going to actually make this a three-part series. I was recently asked to be part of a collaborative book project, and if you've never done one of those or aren't sure what that is, it's like one of those books where a bunch of authors all get together and each author writes a chapter. And the topic of the book is called The Energy of Abundance. And in my chapter, I wrote about my path to finding abundance in my life. And I talk about that search for abundance. Now, if you asked me how to define abundance, even just a few short years ago, I would have immediately responded, a great big giant bank account, right? To me, that is what abundance really meant. It was about having enough cash on hand that I could do or not do anything that I wished. To me, it was the freedom that I could buy like any material possession or thing that my heart desired, and I could say no to any person or project or task that I really didn't want to deal with. Abundance meant never having to worry about my finances, and it also meant not having to always like work myself into the ground for the money that I, needed to support my family. You're going to get a kick out of this. Abundance to me was winning the lottery. Like, I'm being for real. You have no idea how many hours I spent trying to, attract a winning lottery ticket into my life. I was like, if I could just feel the emotion of winning the lottery enough and I bought enough tickets, I could certainly attract it into my life and then just solve all my problems, right? Yeah, not so much. For whatever reason, I was never able to attract like that easy financial ride. And it didn't matter how many books I read, meditation sessions I sat through, or how often I changed my thinking or my mindset. And you know what? Thank goodness. Thank goodness for that. Because that easy way out never landed in my lap, it required me to keep working, to keep shifting my mindset, searching for those right answers. Because somehow life always knows what we really need, and it's not always what we want or what we think we want. Now, if you can relate to this experience, you might be asking, but how did you come to the place where you are now? And what specific steps did you get there to really feel and appreciate and live abundance every single day? And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you in the next three podcast episodes. Now, for some of you, if you're new to the podcast, I'm Jennifer Dawn. I'm a whole life business coach. I help business owners not only have successful, profitable companies, but also experience joy in their personal life, because I believe it's about helping the whole person. And of course, the business is part of that. I also created a daily planner which supports my coaching and really keeps me on track, called The Best Planner Ever. Now, and I'm not going to go into it in this episode, but for those of you who know my story, you know it was not an easy road. And to be where I'm at today is nothing short of a miracle. And to say that every day I tap into the blissful, flowing energy of abundance is an understatement. I really feel like now it's just as simple and natural as breathing. And of course, money is part of that. I do still love money. Look, if you're a business owner, you're in business to make money. The energy of it, all the good that you can do in the world when you have it, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I've learned that abundance is about so much more. It's about freedom, finding your personal power, knowing that whatever life experiences like come your way, that they're always in your highest and best interest. Now, there was many times in my life where, I'd heard this statement, oh, everything that's, in your way is for your highest and best. And when you're going through tough stuff, you're like, yeah, BS, right? That's bullshit when you're in a hard place. But when you start to tap into abundance, you see things differently. It truly is about love and joy and gratitude, even when certain circumstances in your life might be total crap. Abundance is truly everything. I believe everything is abundance. But if you're not in that right emotional place to see it, to recognize it, it's going to be lost upon you. I know that when I was in those lower places, it was certainly lost upon me. So, to transition myself into a place where I could really see the abundance, I'm going to share two steps that I took with you today. First, I began to understand that abundance is really energy. I'm energy, you're energy. And in fact, everything that exists is energy. And if that's the case, and it is, I began to realize that I had to get in touch with my energetic system. That was key. Because growing up, I was taught, like so many of you, to repress my emotions, right? Big girls don't cry, children are meant to be seen and not heard, be a good girl, do your chores, those were the things that I was taught growing up. To me, energy, kept the lights on at night. It heated the house in the winter. I didn't understand it to be like one of the key building blocks of the entire universe. Planets, stars, galaxies, right down to the trillions of cells that make up our physical forms are all born from energy. When I really started to understand this concept at a deep level, it really changed my energy. I began to learn about my energetic system and I stopped filling it with repressed emotions or limiting beliefs. And I really worked to open it up and just let it flow the way that it was meant to do. The second step I took is that I discovered abundance is about patience. Yes, patience. I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to accept where I am right now and be okay with it. I'm willing to be in the present moment with my heart open and not hiding inside my head or distracting myself from all the things that I just don't want to deal with. When I started to align with the energy, remember, abundance is energy, everything is energy. And when I started to align with the energy of patience, it actually took my abundance to a whole new level. Look, life is busy. As an entrepreneur, we're programmed, right? We want to have everything happen yesterday. As soon as our brains can dream it up, we want our hands to have already created it. And this can naturally create a lot of resentment when the natural order of things, it takes a bit longer. Then what happens? That resentment breeds frustration and aggravation, and then it just blossoms into full out exasperation. Oh my gosh, things are not happening as fast as I want them to happen. And then guess what? Abundance, it dries up and it disappears when you're living in those lower emotions. When I learned to intentionally shift myself into the higher emotions like patience, it enabled that abundance to actually start flowing. Aligning with patience in those times when my heart was just like screaming, hurry up, right? It caused my spirit to grow when I would align with the patience and not listen to that crazy voice in my head. Not only did it settle my nerves and reduce my stress, but it allowed me to see from an entirely new perspective. You can try it. Just take a big, deep breath. Okay, right now, do it with me. Think about something in your life that right now you really are trying to rush along. And instead, I want you to just tap into patience. Just think the words, be patient. Whatever it is that you're trying to push and rush, just allow yourself to be patient. And I don't know about you, but I feel it in my body. I feel the stress disappear. I feel my body start to relax. And there's just this like rushing sensation of abundance that kind of starts to flow right in there. And it's just like a door that opens and lets it flow. Now, you might be asking, how in the world do we apply this to productivity and time management, right? How am I supposed to get everything done yesterday and be patient at the same time? Well, you're not. And why would you want to? Think about this for a second. And you know what? I'm speaking from experience here. I spent so many years of my life pushing, rushing, get it done, get it done. And it didn't really get me anywhere. Sure, I achieved a lot on paper, but I didn't really have happiness and joy in my day-to-day life. And let's think about this for a second. Why? Why do we want to rush, rush, rush? Wouldn't it be better to take a big deep breath, to slow down just a little bit, and hey, maybe enjoy the ride, enjoy our projects, enjoy our work, enjoy the tasks that we're doing? Wouldn't it be more fun to actually take on a little bit less, say no to the stuff that doesn't really matter or isn't in alignment with our vision. And on the things that we agree to do, wouldn't it feel great to show up and just take our time and do a really, really great job with those things? Wouldn't it feel great to go to bed each and every night knowing that you made such good progress on whatever it was that you were working on today, and be okay with the fact that it didn't all get done today? It's not supposed to happen overnight. Wouldn't it just be fun to be like, wow, you know what? I did what I was supposed to do today. Now, to be clear, patience doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean not caring. It doesn't mean quitting on your goals. It means aligning with a higher emotion as you do the work to achieve your goals. Okay, there's a big difference there, you guys. And it took me some time to really discover this. But now that I have, it's why I wanted to share it with you today, because I think it's so, so very important. When you align with patience along the way, it means that you're willing to be what? Happy along the way, right? Happy along the way, instead of making happiness conditional on the results of our success. It was a big mistake I made for so many years, where it was just like, oh, if I could just get that amount of money or achieve that goal, well, then I would finally be happy. And I wasn't. I was happy for like 5 minutes when I achieved it. And then it was like, rut-row, still not happy. Let me get back to work again. And now I've flip-flopped that, where happiness is first. I'm happy along the way. And one of the ways I discovered to be happy along the way was aligning with patience, 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 and being willing to wait, being willing to be where I'm at, but also being willing to take my time and do the very, very best job in my work when I'm serving my clients and doing that work to help them meet their dreams. Like, why would I want to rush through that? Wouldn't I want to take my time and do my best? So this is why productivity and patience actually go hand in hand. I really encourage you to try it out. You'll make less mistakes. You're going to let your abundance flow along the way. You'll have a lot less stress. And who knows, you might actually start enjoying the ride just a little bit more. Now, next time I'm going to share 2 more steps that I took on my path to abundance. So be sure to check out our next episode. Now, if you're listening to this and you feel like, wow, it's great, I really need a little bit more help with it, then come and check us out. You can find me at Jennifer Dawn Coaching with all of my coaching packages. And if today you decide, oh, today's the day to choose a better time management system, consider checking out my best planner ever. All right. Thank you so much, you guys, for listening. Now get out there and have a happy, productive day.